Nature Boy would like to always say it's your lower self versus your higher self. It even says if he wants to use the Bible to back up any kind of knowledge that he has, that he's implementing in these people's mind, brainwashing these people to live out, he will know that in the Bible it actually says if a man comes on the earth and tries to replace your name, your God-given birth name, that is somebody that you shouldn't be fucking with, period. There's also another verse in the Bible where it says verbatimly, but not verbatimly, and I'm not even saying exactly where it is because I don't know, but I know it's there because I've heard it from many people who on my journey after dealing with Nature Boy, that there will be many men that come in my name and these people will claim to be me. Do not follow them. Now, people in combination, those people, even though they are recreations of Nature Boy's mind, they still naturally have thoughts. They still naturally have things that they think about. I've said on many occasions to Nature Boy that those people are not being 100% honest about how they truly feel. Those people are not being 100% honest about how they truly feel about Nature Boy and his ways. Most of the time, they're actually disagreeing with his ways, but because he provides a lifestyle as far as being in nature and say and using against them, if you go back to Babylon, you're going to hell and you're not going to be able to get out, and I'm only way you're going to be, play savior. I'm your only way out. I'm your only ticket way out. He places fear in these people's hearts, and these people believe the fear. These people believe and fear him like they would fear God itself. In the Bible, it says, put no other God before me. This is a natural inclination that all of us have, whether we believe in the Bible or not, whether we were taught about Christianity or not, whether we was taught about a spirituality or a religion or not. We all have natural insight. We all have a natural connection to God itself, to the supreme energy itself. Yes. No, you never supposed to worship no man, no woman. The only thing that we're supposed to be worshiping is what sustains the earth. Now, you can show reverence to a woman all day. You can show reverence to a man all day, but to worship them and believe that they are your Messiah and believe that they are your Savior, the way, the truth, and the light, this is a false prophet. In fact, and when I was there, I lost so much I lost all respect for Nature Boy. I even told him on an occasion, I said, I don't have no respect for you. I don't know how we gonna be in a relationship and I don't have no type of respect for you. This wasn't something consciously that was happening, y'all. This was all subconscious. All of this was happening to me subconscious. I was unraveling subconsciously because my soul is aligned with truth. My soul is actually aligned with goodness. It's actually aligned with righteousness, with balance. So even if I am or was in a negative situation, I wouldn't last long because I'm not meant for that. Now, if I was in that situation, I'm probably meant to learn from it. But I'm not. A child of evil. I'm not the child of demonic energy. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of righteousness. I'm a child of purity. So when it comes to Nature Boy and his effort in trying to take what's so spiritual, what's so righteous and so precious, and to turn it into something so demonic and useless, and it's just sad. And we really need to get together. Like, he needs to really get it together. And the people there, it fucks with me a little bit to think about the people that's there, especially the women, because they've watched me go through a lot with Nature Boy. They've watched me get physically abused. They've watched me go through a lot of things. And, for them to not speak up about anything, for them to watch me endure what I've endured and turn a blind eye to the help that I was trying to implement when I was in the environment so that they could be more healthy than what they are right now, it's like a slap in the face. But I made a post that it said, um, I made a post that said, you know, this year, this time around the year, it's like, trying to tell somebody in the house that the house, if somebody in the house trying to save the person that's in the house by telling them that it's burning down, but that person in fact knows that the house is burning down but still chooses to decide to stay in the house knowing that it's burning down. Like, that's literally what I feel like. And I just want everybody in combination to know that what you're going through is not good. It's not what you're supposed to be experiencing on a spiritual journey. It's not righteous. It's not going into the right direction. As a person who was there and kept coming back in and out and had a baby with him, to message to everybody in combination, it won't succeed and it will perish because it's not anything of God. Like, it's not. And if you choose to keep allowing to support Nature Boy and give him reverence and call him your Messiah, you're going to be digging yourself in a more deeper hole, because there's a lot of things that he's doing that can get him seriously caught up and can get you caught up too, because you're now becoming a person of what is it called, accessory, because you actually agree. The only difference with me is that I never agreed to any of it, and I escaped on multiple occasions, and I was physically abused on multiple occasions because of the disagreement, with proof to back it up from all angles. So I would like to just keep expressing my feelings on how fucked up carbonation really is, how much of a fake environment it really is. When you actually get to carbonation, it's not, oh, you go hiking in the woods, in the jungle, and you're expressing yourself and you're so free. And no, it's actually a compound that Nature Boy has created for through an Airbnb to keep y'all complacent and stagnant, so that y'all can serve him in any kind of way that he wants to, whether it's sexually or non-sexually, and do whatever it is that he wants to do with your soul, while you express this five science bullshit carbonation curriculum that they want you to know the answers to. If anybody tries to come up to you and ask you about what you stand for, and what is this called, what is this about, what is Nature Boy about, and stuff like this, that's all you're going to be doing. And then when you actually get to a place where you can hike in the water and be free and enjoy it, you'll probably get in trouble for some shit that doesn't make sense, because he wants everybody to be one mind, one cell, one mind, and it's only his mind or no mind. So at the end of the day, if there are people there who love it, there are people there who subject themselves to it, they actually want to be there, and that's unfortunate because it's not healthy for them. But you can never tell a person that something is unhealthy for them if they don't realize themselves that it is unhealthy for them. That's scary, but it is what it is. And I know that there's much more things that I want to talk about. Like, it's just all gonna come out. I know it is. I'm going to, from this day forward, from February 27th, I'm gonna take our time every day to make a video and to be consistent. I'm gonna make my own YouTube channel as well. And when I make my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be doing all kind of things. I'm gonna be doing cooking tutorials. I'm gonna be doing hacks, like hacks tutorials, all kind of tutorial, all kind of stuff that I want to create. I know that you guys know that I've always been into the van life. This was actually something Nature Boy used to manipulate me into getting to stay with him. He actually bought me a van and tried to use that as a bribing mechanism to get me to stay, which I don't give a fuck. You could give me the sun, moon, and the stars. If it doesn't have substance, then I don't want it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to document my journey of building my van. I'm gonna get a van and I'm gonna refurbish it and build it, and I'm gonna document it and put it on YouTube. And I'm gonna document my whole process, and I'm gonna document the garden that I'm gonna build. If I build a garden, anything that I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna document it, because I feel like ever since I was young, I was on Instagram. If you go to Nature Boy main Instagram page and you go all the way down, that's my Instagram page. This is the shit that I used to do before Nature Boy. I was always into nature. I was always into living in nature, the lifestyle, having a garden. I was always into these things. I was somebody before Nature Boy. You know what I'm saying? If not greater, someone greater than Nature Boy before I even joined them, because I wasn't really truly expressing who I truly was when I was with him. You guys didn't get to see the full me, you know. You guys only got to saw glimpses and parts of me. But needless to say, anything that I find creative, I'm going to document it. Ever since I was a teenager, I documented my whole life because I feel like humanity needs to see different. I feel like there's children out there who are stuck in situations where they don't have solutions to certain problems, and know how to maneuver in the world and how it is today. And as a young woman with a child, as a single mother, I know certain things that children can do. That's my age, 23, 24, 22, 21. I know things that we could be focused on to build generational wealth, to sustain our families, not only ourselves but our families for down the line. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned all of this stuff because not only was it my goal to learn it, when I got the experience that I got from Nature Boy, it gave me so much more wisdom that I needed to know on my journey and fulfilling the lifestyle that I truly want to live, and hopefully, be an inspiration to humanity, and be an inspiration to everybody out there to live a more sustainable, a more balanced, a more self-sufficient lifestyle, clean lifestyle, you know. And I want to thank everybody out there who's gifting me. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys don't even understand. You guys that came through in the most crucialest moments, in the times where I really, really, really need it. And I appreciate that, because there's people out there who really want to see my downfall. There's people out there who really don't believe in me, who really think I'm a go bag and like say all kind of stuff. They don't really understand the details, and not only do they understand the details, there are actually some people who are preying on my downfall just just because they see the light that I am in real life and on social media. So this is a journey for me. I'm excited to keep seeing it through. I'm excited for more of the healing process, because I'm turning into a different person. I can feel me um, flowering into my womanhood more and more every day. Every day, more and more every day, Eliana gets bigger, and there's more concrete things that I want to establish in the way that I move and the way that I act, to be a good role model for Eliana, so that when she grows up, she can be, you know, a mannered young woman, a very healthy mannered young woman. And I want to make sure that, because at the end of the day, the decision that I made before being with Nature Boy, or having a child or anything to that nature, being in a relationship, I always vowed to myself that I will make sure that my children be civil. I will always teach my children to be polite and civil and well mannered, and to have some substance about themselves. And that's what I still choose to give to my child, even though I'm in the most or I'm in the rough patch of my life right now. And at the end of it all, I know that there's gonna be a blessing that's gonna come out of it, and I'm gonna just keep pushing, because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this for him. I'm not doing this for, you know, not that I'm doing this for me, because what the people in carbonation doesn't realize is, when you leave carbonation, it is not for you to be sad about feeling like you can't connect to people, because he tells people who's in carbonation, if you leave carbonation, you'll never find nobody who really will understand you. You're not gonna be able to raise your children around like-minded people. You're not gonna be able to do this. You're not gonna be able to do that. And so people refrain from leaving because they don't think that they're gonna have a soul family. They don't think that they're going to prosper and be able to do it on their own. But I'm here to tell you that when you leave carbonation, it's a different sense of freedom, in a sense that you don't have to be, so confined by someone else's thoughts and what someone else is, or what someone else wants you to do, that you get caught up in only doing and pleasing them and looking for validation and from them. You know what I'm saying? It'll be when you leave carbonation and you get the newfound sense of freedom. It's supposed to be a time for you to heal, to really reflect on the things that you went through, so that you can start implementing better things in your life, so that you can live the lifestyle that you actually want to live. It's about building the lifestyle that you want, not build the lifestyle in someone else's life and cater to their lifestyle that they want. You know what I'm saying? When you leave carbonation, you're supposed to learn more about yourself and fulfill your heart's purpose, not someone else's purpose. So at the end of it all, I just wish that everybody comes to a clear realization that carbonation is not healthy. Nature Boy is not healthy. Nature Boy is toxic in all angles. He's not somebody that you want to be around. He's a fraud. You know, and it's unfortunate because he's the father of my child and so many other children out there that he's not in the lives of. And, you know, to a certain extent, I feel bad for him because he subjected himself to toxic things. You know, he's subjected himself to his demons. But at the end of the day, that shit got nothing to do with me. So my sorrow turns into, I wash my hands with it, and I really don't give a fuck at the end of the day, because that's what he's doing to himself. He's digging his hole, he's making his bed, and he's gonna have to lie in it, and I'm gonna have to lie in mine, and everyone's gonna have to lie in their own bed that they make for themselves. So just be, you know, I would encourage everybody to be mindful of their intentions. Be mindful of what you actually intend to do, because if you're in a situation where your intentions are different from what you actually said that they were, it's not gonna pan out good for you or for the other person. So, you know, we all should just come from a pure heart. Even if people are fucking over you, even if people are doing fuck shit to you, that me don't ever allow yourself to, you know, be subjected to what somebody else is doing and become bitter and miserable because of what somebody else is doing. That has nothing to do with you. You continue to put out positivity. You continue to put out what you want to put out as love and pure as your heart is, and you're going to always attract what you are, period. You know, if you start being evil because somebody was being evil to you, then you're going to start attracting evil. And at the end of the day, I don't care as much as somebody fucked over me, how much ever they fucked over me. You know, that's not my job. It's not my job to, you know, be revengeful. It's not my job to, you know, be better, be miserable. Like, I'm not none of that. I'm happy where I'm at in life. I've come to a transition point in my life. Actually, today my frequency changed. The frequency of me changed. It elevated. I felt it. It changed even more so to the point where I'm attracting different people in my life now. Like my frequency actually elevated, and I'm so happy about that, y'all. Like, you have no idea. Like, let me tell you, for instance. So this is how I noticed my energy, my frequency changed. I got to a higher vibration of what I used to be. Today I noticed on my phone I have this pattern of wallpapers that come up, and it's like boring and like, you know, like it's just not wallpapers you want to look at. So then I looked at my phone, and then I seen a wallpaper of nature, and I was like, this never popped up on my phone before. So every time I open my phone now, it's like a different scenery of somewhere in nature, and I'm like, wow, look at that. Once I decided to completely heal and take that transition to heal and get rid of, like, I'm talking about not heal in the sense like I'm gonna lay in a bed and not do nothing with myself and not express myself. No, I'm talking about my healing transition. I was crying. I was dealing with real life demons. I'm talking about in my face, real life demons, talking to them, you know. And I got myself to a balanced state since then, since the past 3 or maybe 4 days, and it has been a totally different experience in my life. And I tell you, I let go of things that I didn't need to keep continuing to attach to myself. I was in places that I wasn't supposed to be and dealing with people that I wasn't supposed to be dealing with. And once I changed that, everything else changed in my life. Like my vibration got higher because I'm exactly where I need to be. See, when you're healing on your journey and you start taking away and stripping away things that literally no longer serves you, and start actually putting yourself in the position that you want to be in and stay consistent at it, your whole vibration and frequency is going to shift. Your whole reality is going to shift, and I'm experiencing that right now, and I'm excited and I'm happy. And I still have tears in me a little bit. I still have certain things in me that I want to express, but I know that it's all just gonna come out in the right time. I never like to force anything. So if I get on social media and I'm not talking, or I get off or something click off or something, it's because I never like to force anything. I know that people want to hear me talk. I know that people want to hear me express what I feel, but I have to do it when it comes to me. It's not something that I can force. It's not something that I can just push out of me. You know what I'm saying? It's developed. I'm a developed person. You see? So today I really felt like I got out everything that I needed today, and I feel really, really, really good right now. I feel a big release right now. There's a whole bunch of more things that I want to talk about. And like I said, I'm going to be taking 2 days, I mean, not 2 days, 2 hours out of every day to get on Beagle and be consistent with you guys and talk. And once I heal, once I get everything out, we gotta understand it and things start unfolding, I'm gonna be expressing myself on Beagle now. You know, I'm gonna be dancing more. I'm gonna be speaking more. The first video, I wanna have a list of videos that I talk about. A lot of people ask me questions about certain things like my hair, my skin, my lifestyle, am I still vegan? They ask me a lot of questions, and I wanna make personal videos about these things. I'm gonna be uploading these videos to YouTube as well, and I'm gonna be very, you know, like give a lot of information about certain things that I feel, because people actually ask me questions. And I even have thoughts. Like like yesterday I had the thought, I had a shirt that said the female is future. And that shirt, the expression on that shirt really made me start thinking about why would the future be female. And it made me go into the dynamic of like human evolution from, you know, the feminine energy. Like I want, like, you know, it got deep for me, and I want to share those kind of thoughts with humanity to see what's you guys perspective, because there's so many arguments about the black woman being God, the black woman and man being God, the black man being God. You know, there's so many theories and conversations about it. Well, let's collectively put all this information together to come up with a collective agreement and understanding about how we should go about thinking about life. You know, because there are, the information that's put out there is the results of the information that we apply, which means that it's our lifestyles. So if you have three people, one of them believe that the black woman is God, one of them believe that the black man is God, and another one believe that both of them is God, you know, you'll have three different lifestyles. You know, and whichever lifestyle is more righteous and more in tune with nature and more in tune with the divine source, supreme being, then that's what we should all collectively migrate to, because that is righteous. That is righteous. You understand? So thanks, you guys. Thanks for everybody. I see everybody sending gifts. I see everybody. I see a lot of gifts being sent right now. And I'm going to be answering more questions in the inboxes and things like that. I'm going to be having more discussions about astrology. I want to do a video about hair and why I got my hair like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to really get into the things that I think about and share that with you guys. And it has nothing to do with carbonation. This is who I naturally am. You know what I'm saying? Carbonation was just a phase of an interest for me to see if I can express myself through that, because I found that it could have been something good. Carbonation could have been something very healthy if NatureBoy would have decided to establish relationships properly and guide everybody in a better way. I feel like it could have been something very good, but it's something very demonic right now because, hey, Dad, it's something very demonic right now because of, you know, his ways and what he wants to do and how he wants to live out his life. And I'm live. I will be looking into becoming a host as well. So I'll be making a whole new Bigo soon, but I'm going to make sure that I put that information out for everybody to know my new Bigo and everything like that, so that I can, you know, become a host, because the opportunity is there. And this is another thing, like I'm being presented a new beginning. I'm being presented a new beginning and a new opportunity to, you know, build myself again and establish my roots and really just become, look at that, look at this, all this stuff, and really, yeah, I did. They just sending a whole bunch of like flowers and stuff. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's what's up. Thank y'all.
We're gonna be doing more videos together. I do want to do a video talking to my dad, you know, but I want that one to be streamed on YouTube and on Bigo. But we're gonna be making more videos together, discussing some things that happened, so we can really get into the nitty-gritty details of some of the things that my family had experienced when I was gone. And I hope that you guys like those. And we're gonna name it like, let's talk about it. You know. Busy? You busy? How long have I been on here?
Yeah.
How long have I been live? You been listening the whole time?
No, she's not calling me.
How long have I been on? How long have we been on Bigo? Actually, okay, so for Malia, right? I actually contacted her sisters, and you know, me and Malia, we stay in the same vicinity. So I called her sisters, and I think someone's cutting the grass. I called her sisters, and I was willing to talk with Malia and even go visit Malia, but because of Malia's disposition, she doesn't want to, you know, have visitors and speak to anyone. So I've refrained from contacting her sisters further to, you know, talk to her and stuff. But I'm really my spirit, I would say, has been pulled to Malia a lot more lately, because I know what she's going, and I really like had it out with her. You know, while I was there at Combination, I didn't agree with a lot of things Malia was doing behind closed doors, but needless to say, I don't want to see her in that position. And so as a fellow sister who, you know, sees the actuality of the situation, I want to be there for her to tell her that this is, you know, not healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? This is obviously not something that you should be engaging in, because it's depleting your health, you know, mentally, physically, like in every way. And I don't want to see her subject herself to that anymore, because I know what it's like. And if I'm close to her and I have an opportunity to give that message, you know what I'm saying, then I want to tell that to her, you know what I'm saying. And it just is what it is. Tanisha, I want to tell that to Tanisha. I really want to tell her that I really was thinking about writing her a letter as well. I just really been contemplating on a lot, and really just letting, you know, the divine supreme source of energy just flow through me and allow me to make decisions that I need to make when the time is right. Like, I always like to just be guided. I don't like to force nothing. I don't like to push too hard. You know, I've always just been a natural, like everything happens like right on time, and everything is right where it needs to be. I'm right where I need to be, you know. And hopefully, you know, she hears my reach, she hears me calling out to her. Maybe someone can tell her, maybe y'all can tell her, like, Velvet wants to talk to you, you know what I'm saying. And you know, that could be a thing, because I don't want none of them seeing, I don't want to see none of them go do what they go do. Like, if I could have one-on-one conversation, like one time I was in Carbonation, right, and I had a conversation with Aya, I think, and Malia, I forgot. I know Aya was there for sure. And I said, Aya, you, I said, does it seem to you like all Nature Boy want to do is like have sex, like everything we do is revolved around sex? And she was like, I've had that thought before. And I was like, well, why haven't we ever talked about it? She was like, well, I just, not verbatimly what she said, but along the lines, she was like, well, I just think that, maybe that was a demon coming into my mind and making me think something else. But I just believe that Chief is going to make the best decisions for us, so I don't question nothing. And so I pulled a meeting. That I think the next day or the same day or something. And I asked him, like, why does it seem like everything has to be so sexual? Of course, he manipulated the situation to make everybody, all of us believe, like, which I didn't believe it, but in that moment, he was saying, like, trying to make up things to make it seem like he was doing good and playing mind games and shit. But that was when I planned my last escape. But it's so sad how gullible the women are to him. And at one point in time, I was too. But I'm not anymore because I realized this nigga is playing games and he don't mean no good. This man, Nature Boy, has said on many occasions to these women out there that you are not, he is not into you. He does not like you. He does not want to be with you. You're a whore to him. He gives you to other men. He makes you have abortions if you get pregnant with another man's baby while you're still not getting pregnant by him. But if you do get pregnant by him, he wants you to he wants to have another child with another woman and then sleep y'all children together. Like, come on. That's not healthy in no type of way, shape, or form. So if you could be degraded by a man like that, where is your self-esteem? Like, you have to know that you are someone beautiful. You are someone that is worthy. There will be a man who will completely love you for who you are. You don't have to subject yourself to a man telling you that you're a hoe and he don't want to be with you, and if you go be with another man and get pregnant by him, he don't give a fuck. That's not a man who cares about you. That's not a man who has your best interest. That's a man who is just using you for what you're presenting yourself to be and only having sex with you. That's it. So I'm going to have another video very soon talking about this. My situation is loud. But until next time, guys, later.